What's going on, guys? This is Alex Hefner from Paradise Claims and NTS, and you are here, tuned in to the only Roofers podcast, the only place to be.
Welcome to the Only Roofers podcast. My name's Elizabeth, and today I'm here with my co-host Vince.
Hi, guys.
And the most famous YouTuber that I know.
Oh, stop it. What's going on, everybody? Alex Hefner here, Paradise Claims, NTS. Happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
How many followers do you have on YouTube?
Let's get
Well,
to
I
it.
have 716,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, subscribers.
How many views?
How many views?
I think like 225 million views.
That's a
Wow.
lot of
across
views.
the channel. Yeah.
How long
So-
you been doing it?
I've been doing it since 2017, so a little over 4 years.
You became YouTube famous in 4 years.
That's pretty big.
Well, I mean, it depends on what your view on famous is.
I mean, 700,000 people.
That's a lot.
following
if you categorize 100,000 as YouTube famous, and that happened
Gotcha.
way earlier on than the 4 years. But yeah.
Wow. When did you get 100,000?
I think that was the end, like a year and a half in.
Wow.
What was the
Yeah.
big, like, was it hard to get to 100 grand and after 100,000 it just jumped?
No, I mean, well, the funny thing about YouTube specifically, because that's obviously the platform that
Yes.
that's my
Big on.
forte, is it's so much harder to get your first 100 subscribers than it is your first 1,000.
Wow.
Much harder to get your first 1,000 than your first 10,000.
Wow.
Right.
It goes on like that, so it's a snowball.
Right.
Now there are some things whenever you start posting content, you're gonna have the ups and downs, you're gonna have the peaks and the valleys, and that's something that really ate at me, right? Looking at
Right.
the numbers and seeing, oh shit, like this week. Oh, can I curse?
No,
Yeah,
it's only
Um,
roofers.
I have. Oh shit, I only have, X amount of views. Last month I was up here and the
Right.
subscribers are down, but it's like the up and down is what you can get further, going up and down. You
How
just
do you-
gotta ride that wave.
How can you get your video to rank, right? Is there like tags? Is it the headline? Is it
Yeah.
the thumbnail?
How
What
did
is it
you
that,
do it?
Yeah. Yeah, walk us through that.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, you're not gonna be. A good thumbnail and good title always helps. That's the cherry on top.
Okay.
But you're not going to be walking down the street and no one's going to say, "Oh shit, there's a guy with the awesome thumbnails. I love your video." Like, it doesn't work like that. At the end of the day, you want to provide as much value as possible. So that's kind of what I did, right? I started off my YouTube journey wanting to create vlogs, wanting to wake up every day and film my daily life, and I thought that would be awesome if I
Super.
could do that for my full-time job. And then quickly realized that one, nobody knew who I was and nobody cared what I did on a day-to-day. So I was like, shit, I gotta give people a reason to be interested in me, right?
I am actually pretty boring.
How can I give people, well, I mean, that's a side topic. How can I give people a reason to be interested in my life? So I was also watching reaction videos, and that's kind of what I blew up for, is reacting to music. Now, the niche on YouTube that I've made was hip hop heads first time hearing Metallica, Iron Maiden, Slipknot, Judas Priest, Slayer.
You're a hip hop head?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's all I listened to growing up was
Wow.
hip hop and rap.
Okay.
Now I listen to more rock and metal than anything else. But what I found was whenever I was real with everybody and said, guys, a lot of these rock and heavy metal songs are about suicide, they're about depression,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
about sexual abuse, they're about some dark
Negative.
topics,
Top-
negativity that
Super
everybody
angry
can relate
music.
to. Just it's an outlet for people. So I said, guys, I want this to be more than just a channel of some tall skinny kid listening to music. If you guys are going through something,
Oh,
depression or
gosh.
darkness, and you don't want to talk to your friends or family because you feel like they're biased, you want someone that has that unbiased perspective, someone you don't know, I can provide that outlet for you.
So you create a community.
Created the community, provided value not only from the sense of entertainment, but also being there for people who
During a
didn't,
tough
who
time.
didn't feel like they had an out.
Do-
And
you
once
have-
I started doing that, the channel exploded.
Do you stream with it also? I know it's a different platform, Twitch or even streaming on YouTube. Do you stream with it also?
I do. The funny thing with content though is I'm a student. I'm learning what works and what doesn't every day. I have some secrets here and there of what works.
We'll get to
but
those.
but more so than anything, it's just about learning what works. So I've tried to stream on Twitch. I've tried to stream on YouTube. I've tried to stream for 2 hours and 3
Have you
hours.
tried,
I've
like,
tried to stream
TikTok
for
yet, or-
10 minutes. TikTok for me is my catch-all. I try to just throw everything to the wall and see what sticks.
Gotcha. That's your testing platform.
That's my testing platform.
If it's great there, put it on. Make
Oh my
a
God,
longer
'cause
version
who-
on YouTube or so on.
Exactly, and who knows what could work, right?
Yeah.
Like, I always use this example because it's the quintessential example of something random as hell working. That dude riding a longboard sipping cranberry
Right.
juice with his feather tattoo to a song. Who knew that was gonna
Yeah.
explode?
Yeah.
And that one video can give him a platform.
And have you found that maybe the people who are following you on YouTube are not going to switch over to another platform and necessarily follow you because they're more YouTube specific viewers?
Yes, so that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there is some truth to that. So, a lot of people that will follow me on YouTube. My demographic is 18 to 37-year-old men typically. I think about 90% of my demographic
Wow.
is men. So, you know, depending on who your demo is, a lot of them don't have Instagram. They're like, hey, dude, I have a YouTube and a Facebook, but I've never gotten on Instagram or Twitter. I don't follow you there.
I don't even want to get on
I
TikTok.
don't even want to start that.
Yeah.
But what you'll find is you'll find your core base. So out of my 716,000 subscribers, no matter where I go, if I go to Twitch, if I go to Twitter, if I go to Snapchat, if I do TikTok, there will probably be, and this is an arbitrary number, but say 50,000 people that will follow me wherever I go.
Right.
Whatever type of
Hardcore
content I'll
fans.
post, they are there for me. They're not there for the content.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a fraction of the main channel subscribers, but what you do is you find that.
So have you ever been in public and been noticed yet?
Yeah, so if sometimes, like a couple conventions, you know, roofing conventions, there will be one or two or three people come up to me being like, dude, I love your videos. Can I like take a picture with
Yeah.
you? Which makes me feel way cooler than I am. But if I ever need that inflated ego, I'll go to a metal concert, and that will be people
then
will
you're
be
just-
asking me for pictures and
Wow.
wanting to talk to me. Some
That's
dude
sick.
asked, he was like, will you sign my ticket? And I was like, why do you want? Yeah, I'll do it, but here it is, have fun. So if I need that inflated sense of self, I'll hit a metal show.
Gotcha.
But other than
you do
that,
them once a month, just hit it up, you know.
just so I can get that,
Feel good,
that
walk out,
flair,
that's
that
just-
confidence going.
Gotcha.
Have you been to a lot of YouTube conventions? And you know, where do you go for advice on how to grow your channel?
Those are good questions. I have not been to like a YouTube convention. I would love to go to any type of convention or any type of outlet where I can talk to people. And that's one thing that I need to get better on is cross-pollinating platforms. I need to do more collaborations with other channels. And I need to be talking to other content creators, whether they have a podcast like you guys, whether they have a YouTube channel, a TikTok account. I want to go to people that are successful and be like, teach me something.
Right.
Yeah.
What have you learned?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Oh, we're
And
just
that's-
winging it, so,
so-
we're not really good.
Yeah, so getting to that topic, we have, you know, sales guys watching this, and we have
Yeah.
a lot of owners and business companies. What are steps they can take? Obviously, consistency and so on. What are steps they can do to start building up a platform, a community? Because that's what I think it's at the core of it all,
Yeah.
right?
Community.
The content's great, but the community is what keeps them coming.
That's right.
Right. I think it's crazy that people play video games and give them money every day.
It is
and
crazy.
Oh, it's
pay them
nuts.
$5 to be part
My
of their
son is
community.
obsessed with watching people play video games.
But
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
But,
And
they're
he's
not
4.
there for the video
Really?
games. But he's not watching there for the video games. He's there for the community.
Well,
Your
he
son's
pretends
probably
he's
there for the
playing-
video games.
Yeah.
But a majority of their money is being made on their community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are steps that they can take that like ABC to build and stick to a core and keep with it and grow it?
Step one is going to be post content. And that sounds like, yeah, no shit. But your content is going, unless you have some God-given ability, which you may have that, but your
Yeah.
content is going to be trash at first. It's going to suck. It's just the nature of the beast. I'll go back and watch my first videos and I'm like, good God,
Cringe,
why did
yeah.
anybody watch that? Yeah, it's the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That being said, what you need to do is remove your ego from the situation. If you can be totally cool with creating content and uploading it and getting 6 views on that, you've won.
How do you
That's all you have to do.
How do you feel, because you've been promoting a lot of positivity
Yes,
on your channel to get to where you at?
yes.
How do you feel about using controversy and maybe negativity to build a following?
That's a good question. And I think that there's a way to build the tallest building in town. You can build the tallest building and compete and have that tallest building, or you can tear everybody else's building down. Both work.
Love that.
People like controversy.
That's a great analogy.
People
Yeah.
also like authenticity. People like positivity. I go more towards the route of positivity, and I'll tell you why. Because in my niche, it's heavy metal, it's rock. People like Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, it is the easiest genre to judge. Everybody's gonna say, oh, that's some devil worshiping music, what are you doing? That's just a bunch of darkness. But if you go through,
There's real stories there.
and you unpack it, there are real stories, these are real people. So that was part of my shtick, is what made me appeal to these crowds is, oh my God, there's this guy who doesn't know anything about this that's actually giving it a chance, actually
Trying
being
to learn.
positive, trying to learn. Now there is a downfall where I was focusing on nothing but positivity, so that can come across as inauthentic at some point, and
Right.
that's something that I had to learn the hard way. And I remember,
Did anyone
'cause-
Yeah,
call you
tell us
out?
about it.
yeah, well, I had this one. So like I said, every video that I made, I would focus on nothing but the positive, and people were like, "Yeah, you always say positive shit, like I'm starting to not believe you. And I was like, all right, this next video I'm gonna post, I'm gonna say some negative stuff about the band because that's what it is, which is already an inauthentic way. That video was trash because from the beginning I made up my mind of what I was gonna do.
Right.
And it was a Tool song. So I don't know if you're familiar with Tool.
Yeah.
But they are a band that has some of the most die-hard fans. And they hadn't released a project for 17, 18 years.
And then you went in on it.
I come in and I'm like, yo, this is trash. Like,
Oh my
I
God.
can't even,
That
this doesn't even sound like Tool. And then that was the video that like 85 to 90% of everybody downvoted it.
Wow.
And just completely tore me to shreds in the comments. But it was
Wow.
an awesome lesson. I'm sitting here thinking,
Stick to you.
finding the line, stick to me. There can be mostly geared towards positivity, but if you add a little constructive criticism in there, that's the sweet spot. Me, myself, I like making friends. I don't like burning bridges. I don't like doing anything. I like staying in my lane, staying positive, and that's the type of content that I like.
Right.
It doesn't work for everybody. Some people like reality TV, a lot of drama. If that's your style,
Drama.
if that's what you like, if that's the content you want to put
It's
out.
unfortunate drama sells so well.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does, but it's
Personally, I cannot watch any reality TV. I
Me either.
absolutely
No.
cannot sit through it. And the reason why is just so much fakeness, so much negativity.
Yeah.
And then after you're
Production
done
and-
watching it, you feel like bad.
Right.
You don't feel good after watching that.
100%, and that's
I'd
the,
rather watch someone build something or like do something cool.
same, and that's
Yeah.
that's the approach that I took. Is
How
all
it's
the,
made.
all the
I
all
love how it's
the
made.
content that I would watch makes me feel good. I came away from that being like, oh God, like let's go give somebody a compliment. It's gonna make
Yeah.
them feel awesome, but it will make you feel better.
Yeah.
So that's just the style that I am. I like surrounding myself with positivity. I like surrounding myself with friendly people, and that's the content that I want to produce. Like I said, negativity sells. If that's your thing, more power to you. It's just not for me.
How did you find your niche? Did it just fell into your lap, like that's what you were interested in, or did you do some, like, let's just call it
Random.
research,
Well,
or
it
find
was
it?
random. She's exactly
Right.
right. So what I did is, right, you went from the reacting to music perspective. I was just trying as many different things as possible. Started off with what I loved, hip hop and rap. That
Okay.
was getting a few views, few thousand views here and there. Then I tried to branch out and do something completely different where I was listening to K-pop, Korean pop music, like girl bands and all these colors and flashing
Kind of
crazy
happy
stuff.
that didn't work out.
Well, I mean, I actually don't
Nice.
mind it. You know, there's a time and place for it. But then someone in my comment section was like, you should try Slipknot. And I was like,
I love
okay.
Slipknot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, don't even get me
Okay,
started.
so now you said one that I actually like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then with that, it was something completely random. And I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was going to work. But I did, and it popped. It became the first video that hit 25,000 for me, and became the first video that hit 50,000 and 100,000.
What's your
and
most viral video?
then, the most viral video that I've made is actually not. I'm not even in it. It's funny, and I think that the reason that it did
Because you're not.
the bet
was
the
kidding.
reason that it did the best is because it provided the most value.
Okay.
So Chester Bennington, was the lead singer of Linkin Park. He passed
Oh,
away,
wow.
Oh,
committed
that's-
suicide.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. But he did. I conglomerated a bunch of interviews where he
Wow.
explained depression, and it's a 2 to 3 minute video of him actually explaining what depression is, and I chopped it up to make it so it was a cohesive story of a bunch of different
That's sick.
interviews, and that, like, you can see the community in there. That's the type of video that provides so much value. I literally just got goosebumps.
Yeah,
That's
I
sick.
can see, yes.
Where
How many views did it get?
I think it's like a little over 3 million views.
Nice.
How many people did it impact, honestly? Because 3 million people watched it, but
Right.
like, think about how many people actually got
Well, and that's the
impacted and it hit home for them.
And that's the thing, right? People will go back and watch that video 10, 15 times, which is why it has so many views. But at the end of the day, what that does is creating that community. It allows you to take a step back and realize, hey, it's bigger than me. The views and the subscribers and the notoriety is cool, and it allows you to not be able to walk through the door because your head's so damn big. But what it does is it shows you the impact. Like, I got a lot of messages after that Chester video, and a lot of messages and DMs from subsequent videos where people are like, dude, I was in a dark spot. I
amazing.
was gonna do something permanent and something that I should not have done, but I saw you posted a new video. I got a notification and I clicked on it, and you said some goofy shit that made me laugh, and I haven't laughed in weeks. So thank
Wow.
you so
That's
much for
amazing.
that. And if I never made a dime, if I never got another view or subscriber, my channel has already been so successful because it had that impact.
yeah,
so
'cause
I'm
save
already
someone's
That's
life.
amazing.
Save someone's life.
100%.
That's
So
truly amazing.
it's the impact that you can have, the community that you can build, and that's what will provide value. At the end of the day, entertainment can get you the views and the numbers, but if you can find a way to be entertaining while providing immense amount of value, the numbers will come.
Do you work on like culture hacking, right? So he committed to Lincoln Park's, committed suicide. You created that video obviously from a good place. Do you use culture and try to make your videos so there is that hotline, hot topic to be part of your video? Do you try using?
Well, in terms of, if I'm understanding your question correctly, like if there's any new viral
exactly.
TikTok or something, a lot of times I'll have cutscenes where I'm like, today we're going to be reacting to Metallica for the first time, and if there's a clip of someone being like, what the hell's going on? I'll put that clip in there,
right.
the viral content, so it's up to date with it.
Right.
But then a way to stay up to date for me potentially is music, right? There's always new music coming out. I'll react to the new
There's
song.
so many new songs that came out today.
Oh my God, I know, right? It's crazy.
Like
They keep coming out, and Slipknot's about to drop a new album, so
Oh,
there's that
wow.
for you. But yeah, it's just, at the end of the day, being authentic and trying things. And that's kind of how I pigeonholed myself, is the content that does best on my channel is music. And
Yeah.
even more niche than that, it's heavy metal music. So if I had to go back and do it all again, I would say branch out even more. I found all this success through YouTube by trying the Slipknot thing, which was something I've never done before. So I need to take my own advice and really continue to do stuff that's pushing the envelope.
Put yourself out to your next box.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
saying anything you don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you were in a box in the beginning, grew out of that one.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get to kind of your next level. What is a big goal for you now that you have this base? You do have a community of 50,000 people who follow you wherever you go, 700,000 people who will watch your channel and consume your content. What's kind of the next step for that?
So great question. I think that an easy, low-hanging fruit answer is the 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Once you hit 1 million subscribers, you get a gold plaque.
Nice.
So that's my tangible
goal.
You're almost
right
there.
there.
Almost there.
Almost there. But what I found is that creating a video every day, it quickly can turn into work.
Yeah.
And my goal is to just continue having fun. And you can get caught up in the numbers and keep creating the content that you think is going to be viral, and that takes the fun out of it. So maintaining posting content as much as possible while still having as much fun. And I think if I can have fun, it makes people want to hang out with you. It makes people want to have that connection with you. And that's my goal, is to be like, I want to just have the most fun possible making videos.
Awesome.
How many videos is a good number to do a week then?
Be real with yourself. I don't know. If you are busy and you got 5 kids and 3 jobs, it's going to be different than my situation, where I just have my wife, myself, and my dog. I work very hard, but I have more downtime coming home.
Yeah.
With then people.
Kids have a lot of free time. No kids.
The question you need to ask yourself is, how much content can you put out without sacrificing quality? For me, it was every day. I can put out a new YouTube video every single day without sacrificing quality.
Nice.
I could try to upload 4 videos and they'd be bullshit.
Right.
But if you can answer
one
good one a day, if that answer for you is 2 times a week, 3 times a week, post that.
Gotcha.
Do it as much as you can without sacrificing quality.
I love
Super.
it. Thank you so much for being on our show and sharing
Thanks for
your
coming on.
knowledge,
Of course.
Alex. It's
Absolutely.
truly a pleasure to have you here. Thank you all for watching another episode of the Only Roofers podcast, and we look forward to catching you on the next one.
See you guys.
Thanks for having me, guys.